Good evening, everybody, and welcome to RRTV's live broadcast of tonight's Star Mazda Australian Championship. And it is round 5 tonight, and we are at Mount Panorama. So, just having a look at our championship tables as they are after round 4. So we've got Michael Schreier currently in the lead with 1,087 points, followed by James Keane on 800, Dylan Francis on 756 points, Marcelo Rivera on 754 points, Lars Jepperson's on 712, Josh Burden's on in 6th, 669, TJ Brown 7th on 600. 8th is Sam Sutton, and 9th Andrew Gaines. Rounding out our top 10 is Trent Thomas on 540 points. So Trent's not actually racing tonight. He's joining me in the commentary box. So welcome to tonight's broadcast, Trent.
Thanks for having me up here, Bernie. Should be an interesting point of view for me for this race, being up here instead of on track.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And how many cars have we got gridded up for tonight?
I know there was 51 drivers join the practice servers, so I'm not sure how many of those will transfer over to the race. So we're looking at probably a 45 to 50 car field.
Wow, that's going to be huge, especially around Mount Panorama. The race admins are going to have their hands full tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think so. Big fields tend to lead to lots of incidences, so hopefully we have a clean race and the guys don't have too much of a job to do. Yeah,
that's right. So normally the guys behave themselves pretty well, but I'd like to just give a shout out to TJ Brown. He's actually running tonight, and he's running in a new team called Epilepsy Awareness. Their sponsor is #Standout for Epilepsy. So to give you a bit of a background on why TJ Brown is running this livery, he actually does suffer from epilepsy, and from my understanding he was in hospital last week after suffering a couple of seizures. So what can I say? It's good to have TJ back tonight racing with us all, and we thought for tonight we'd support this great cause. And you'll notice on the broadcast screen there will be an epilepsy awareness logo. So hopefully we'll get TJ up here a bit later and he can give us a bit more information, Trent.
Yes, definitely. I think it's a good cause that he's trying to achieve, get some awareness out there for probably something that really sort of goes under the radar a bit, social-wise.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's one of those illnesses that I don't think many people sort of understand much about it. I definitely don't. So hopefully TJ can come up a bit later and tell us a bit about it and what he's trying to do with this hashtag.
Yeah, certainly be good to hear from him afterwards. Hopefully he can get up here.
Yeah, so we've got a minute and 32 left. But before we get into it, let's have a look at Mount Panorama, situated New South Wales, Australia, Bathurst. I just read the other day they've named it the Aboriginal name Waloo now, but it'll still be known as Mount Panorama. So 6.21 kilometres, race distance. Well, I've got all that wrong, haven't I? You might be able to fill us in because I've got the wrong slide up here, Trent. But the weather clear, 24 degrees Celsius, track temp 39 degrees Celsius. We've got winds blowing from the south at 21 kilometres per hour. So having a look at our fuel, is it 17.1 litres tonight, Trent?
No, the guys will be starting with 11.6, I think it is, in tonight's race.
Okay, and how many laps is the race tonight?
We're looking at a 16-lap race. Fuel burns just over a litre per lap, so we'll be looking for pit stops around the 9 to 10 lap mark for the latest.
Fantastic, and as you can see, folks, I'm totally unprepared, but we're getting there. So we'll cut over to live scenes now, folks, and as you can see, we have a lot of action in the pits. Look at all those cars lined up down there, Trent. It looks very exciting tonight.
Yes, yeah, the race controller just giving the guys a bit of a briefing at the moment. I have a grid listing here, Bernie, if you wanted me to go through that for you before the race starts.
Yeah, definitely. If we can go through that, that would be great.
Alrighty, pole position we've got Michael Schreier. He's done a 206.7. Massive time around here. 5/10 of a second to the next person, so it's a huge gap which we don't really usually see in the Star Mazdas. So got Michael Schreier in first, Andrew Gaines second, Marcelo Rivera in third, Joshua Burden starting from fourth, Nathan Bay, Philip Johansson, Dylan Francis, Michael Barron, Ashley Thomas, and Paul A. Nelson wraps out the top 10. We've got Andrew Pearce in 11th, David Jellings, Alan Holgerson, David Buda. I think he's from the Skip Barber series that you guys run. Brett Woods, Dylan Shepherd, Simon Gelly, Wayne Taylor, Darryl Ridley, and Nathan Groden round out our top 20.
Yeah, and from 21st we've got Lonergan, 22nd Hinton, Howe in 23rd, 24th Brett Wilson, and 25th Sean Watts.
Green flag, green flag.
Okay, folks, so we've got the race underway, and going into the first corner as Michael Schreier takes the lead. Hopefully the guys will get through quite smoothly here.
Seems to be a clean start to the race so far. Everyone's got through the first corner cleanly. Hopefully we can get over the top of the mountain without much of an incident.
Yeah, I saw right in the back there was some smoke and a couple of cars connecting up towards the back, but fortunately the vast majority have got through this field, and having a look at the moment, we have who we got out in the lead. Is that Michael Schreier out in front at the moment?
Yes, looks like we do have Michael Schreier out in the lead, followed by Marcelo Rivera, and Andrew Gaines is the top three at the moment. He's qualified well this week. I know our GNT cars haven't had a good start to the series so far, so it's good to see one of our cars up there fighting for the lead early in the race.
Yeah, it certainly is, and 16 laps around here in a Star Mazda. I reckon these guys are absolutely going to be working up a sweat by the end of this race.
Oh, definitely. I only did about 10 laps, I think, in practice earlier in the week, and it certainly gets your heart racing. Certainly when you're on the actual limit, it's really gets the heart going.
It certainly does. We're just jumping on board with Andrew Gaines as we come down to complete the first lap. At the moment, we've got Michael Schreier out in front, followed by Marcelo Rivera, Andrew Gaines in third, and Josh Burden is fourth. And as we see, right on cue, Josh Burden goes through past Andrew Gaines.
Yeah, I think we see hopefully a few passes down there going into the chase.
It looks like we've got one of the sim race Star Mazdas already in the pits. Unlike last season, the pit window's pretty much open from the start. So I think there was two cars taking advantage of that pit stop.
Looks like we've got a few cars in the pit lane already with a bit of damage too, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm having a look further back. We did have a number of cars involved in off-tracks. Dylan Shepherd, Craig Jones. Looks like Dylan Shepherd has had a bit of a lose. Matthew Barron, Rick Burt, TJ Brown, Wayne Taylor. The guys that have come in on lap one for pits: Aaron Pearce, Johansson, Goodman's in the pits, Wilson, his teammates in the pits, and Dylan Shepherd. We've just had a car go in the wall. I think that was Nathan Bay, but he's continuing, which is quite fortunate, really.
Yeah, sometimes these cars are a bit weird. You can sort of touch the wall and you can get away with it, and other times you'll tap the wall and it completely does your suspension. So it's been one of those lucky times where he got away with a small incident.
He definitely did. That was a pretty hard hit too. I was expecting him to have lost all the side of that car, but as he goes around and into the wall, so he might have had some damage on that, Trent.
Yeah, true, he could have had an underlying issue, and until he got onto the tight corner, it might not have been evident that it was there.
So yeah, I noticed both Redback Racing drivers have come into the pits, so I hope that's a scheduled stop. I haven't had a chance to speak to my guys tonight, so hopefully it doesn't bode too badly for us.
Yeah, it's one thing that we've found with the change in rules this year. It certainly opened up the pit window a lot, and we get a lot of people coming in to the pits very early in the race. It's probably not too bad a strategy, but from what I can see, it's not really wrong or right, but it's quite even when we get to the end of the race, which we've seen in past races before.
Yeah, that's right. I think the trick is when guys pull in early in the pits, they need to come out in fresh air to really capitalise on that undercut, because if they get buried in the field, they're not going to make that gain that they're trying to make.
Yeah, that's true. That's something I suffered from in the last round in Monza. I come out of the pits, and unfortunately there was a bit of traffic I had to deal with, and it cost me a lot of time. Maybe it was just the fact that I had no talent, but drivers like James Keane, he managed to get right up to the top there, but yeah, unfortunately I couldn't get through the traffic as quickly as I would have liked.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, I guess, especially with these really big fields to sort of try to capitalise on that. But having a look at our top 10, folks, we've got Michael Schreier at the moment out in front, 0.003 of a second in front of Marcelo Rivera, who's coming under pressure now from Josh Burden. Fourth is Andrew Gaines. He's dropped down 2.6 seconds now. Michael Barron 4 seconds down from the leader and in fifth. Paul Nelson 6th, 7th, Ashley Thomas 8th, David Jellings 9th, Alan Holgerson, and rounding out our top 10 is David Buda, and he's 6 seconds down.
It's good to see David up there having a good race on his debut in the series.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see David participating in this series because, as you said earlier, he does run in the Skip Barber series every Monday nights, plus the Australian Skip Barber series once a month. So it's good to see him stepping up and having a go at the Star Mazda tonight.
Yeah, definitely, and we're hoping to actually launch OSMAC for the next round of the Australian Skip Barber Championship. So we'll be running the same track and everything as you guys. It's basically like the same event, so we're hoping to announce that in the coming week, I guess, so that we can start getting entries in to have that season up and running.
Yeah, and we're definitely looking forward to broadcasting the OzSmack, and it's going to allow us to basically run pretty much a virtual race meeting, folks. Both races will be broadcast back to back, so if you like your open wheelers, definitely tune in for that, and that'll be early May. I think it's the 5th of May or something like that.
Yeah, I'd have to check the dates myself, I'm not sure, but I know the practice has been this week, so I imagine it wouldn't be too far away.
Yeah, that's right. The Skippy guys are already started practicing. They always do about 3 weeks out. And they put a lot of time in for that series, which is great to see.
I have to admit, it is a very fun car to drive, that Skip Barber, and yeah, the guys in that series are really great to race against, nice and fair, and give plenty of room. So it's a fun series to race in.
Yeah, and it's great to see the open wheelers growing in popularity in Australia. I think they were always popular, but it's good to see that they're starting to get that coverage now, which allows a lot of drivers interested in open wheelers to come out and have some fun.
Oh, definitely, and it's good to see the Star Mazda and the Skip Barber community supporting each other to get that happen as well. So yeah, it'll be good.
And it looks like they're going down side by side in the chase here. We've got Josh Burden on the outside here, Marcelo Rivera on the inside. Marcelo holds him out, and they go around for another lap.
Yeah, always hard to get around the outside there on the chase. Sometimes you can get over with a switchback and make a pass into the last turn, but unfortunately Josh couldn't get into that position as Marcelo's run wide.
He certainly is, and Josh came through there. We're actually on the nose cam with Josh there, and he came mighty close to hitting Marcelo, but there was no contact there, folks.
It's very rare to get these cars that sideways and hold on to it, so yeah, he's done a very good job of holding on to that, Marcelo.
He certainly has, and as Marcelo's starting to bring that Maverick Welding Star Mazda back up on Josh Burden here, getting in the draft, I guess now he's going to have to wait till he gets down Conrod Straight.
That's also allowed the pair of Andrew Gaines and Michael Barron to catch up to these two as well.
Yeah, once they start battling, it doesn't take much for the guys to start pulling them in, does it?
Definitely not, and it's also allowed Michael Schraer to pull out, make a gap as well on these two.
Yeah, Michael's got a gap now of 1.9 seconds, which is quite huge for these cars, really.
Especially this early in the race, and a track like this where the draft actually is quite important, so that could be an important factor in this race as we play out towards the end, that he's got that much of a buffer and the other guys can't get a draft off him.
Yeah, well that's right, and that's the first thing he'd want to do is break that draft, and we're having a look now, coming back onto Conrod Straight here. Josh Burden has actually opened up a bit of a gap on Marcelo here.
He has, and yeah, the two G&T cars behind him have certainly closed up, so they might be in with a hunt for chasing this third position.
Yeah, no doubt those G&T cars are just drafting each other to make sure they can pull these two in.
Yeah, it's good to see them working together.
Yeah, that's a good thing. If you can get your teammates together, the risk is they might run into each other, but if they work as a team around this track like this, they can really make that draft work.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It looks like Marcelo's right on the back of Josh Burden again now.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets a good run out of here. He might try to make a pass up the before they start going up the mountain up here. Marcelo's having a look on the inside. I was surprised Josh didn't go defensive there.
I think Rivera just had a massive run on him then, and I don't think there's anything Burden could have done about that.
Yeah, I guess the only thing he could have done was take the inside line and make him go the long way, but I guess that's just going to slow them down and put him into the hands of Andrew and Michael Barron back there.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you just got to pick your battles. That might not have been a good place to battle at that point on the track, so you just let him go through.
Yeah, and so far Josh Burden's got the fastest lap of a 2:06.745, but Michael Schraer's now pulled this gap out to over 3.5 seconds on Marcelo Rivera.
That's an unbelievably large gap.
Yeah, he's pretty much doubled it in. He's pulled out 2 seconds in that last lap. So as we're watching here again, folks, Josh Burden now getting this draft, and he's going to go side by side with Marcelo again down into the chase here. It looks like he's got that move done as he cuts across the nose of Marcelo here under brakes in the Caltex chase. It looks like Josh has made that move, but as we've seen, Marcelo will bring it back. Oh, he's running wide on the... he's doing some good recovery driving there as both dive into the pits, Trent.
Yeah, there was... I don't know if Josh ran him a bit out of road there, but it was very close racing.
Certainly was, and Alan Holgerson Intense is also diving into the pits at the moment, so the field is starting to think about pit stops. We've also got who was that? Darryl Ridley also dived into the pits. He's down in 15th at the moment.
Well, both guys seem to have a pretty even pit stop. They're both back out now.
And we'll just have a look at TJ Brown here. He was involved in that first incident, unfortunately, but he's had his car quick repaired, and he's currently running, where is he, 31st in his Stand Out for Epilepsy paint job. So folks, having a look at the top 5, we've got Andrew Gaines. He's now pulled out a 4.5 second gap. Oh, that was Michael Schreier, sorry. Andrew Gaines in second, followed by his teammate Michael Barron. They're 4.5 seconds down from Michael Schreier. Paul Nelson is in 4th. 5th is Ashley Thomas, who's getting hit. What's he coming under attack from? Nathan Crowden and Ashley Thomas there. 8th, Wayne Taylor. 9th, Brenton O'Brien. And 10th, and our first pit stop runner is Marcelo. And it looks like Marcelo's got Brenton O'Brien just in front of him here. So that's probably going to help him a bit, as Josh Burton is now, how far down's he? About a second down on Marcelo at the moment.
Yeah, having his teammate in front of him is certainly going to help Marcelo, just to stay ahead of Josh, I think, for a little while.
Yeah, that's right. And looking at the pit stop times, Marcelo did a 9.5 second stop. Josh did a 10.8, so that's where that gap's come from.
Yeah, I did notice actually when they did come out of the pits that Josh looked like he had lost ground. Marcelo seems to have gotten past his teammate now, and Josh is trying to get the draft off him coming up Mountain Straight.
Yeah, that's right. And he'll want to get past him if he can as they go up Mountain Straight, but I don't think he's going to make the move. So he might have to sit tight until they come back down onto Conrod.
Yeah, he wasn't close enough, unfortunately. So yeah, there's not a lot of room up the top to make any passes over the mountain. So it looks like he might have to just wait there until they get to Forest Elbow. Having said that, he just tried to move up into the cutting.
Okay, we'll jump on board in the cockpit with Josh Burton, folks. So we'll do a lap around Mount Panorama with him. So crank up your sound and enjoy it. Well, I don't know if that was commentator's curse or not, but Josh has just served Brenton O'Brien big time as they've gone over the top of the mountain there.
Yeah, I think I might have a closer look at that one.
Yeah, definitely. We'll bring the replay up here, folks, and see if we can see exactly what happened there. So as we can see here, folks, Josh Burton has run into the back of Brenton O'Brien here, which is very unfortunate for Brenton because he was having a fantastic race up until then. We're just seeing if Brenton actually hit the wall, which he did. He has hit the wall quite hard, and that's probably going to put a big dampener on his race.
That's actually very strange because on my screen I didn't see any contact until after Brenton had spun.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of netcode issue there because we were actually riding in the cockpit at the time, and there was a bit of contact which threw Brenton sideways, and then you heard the bang. So it might have been a netcode issue there.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like it. So it's going to be, obviously, that'll get reviewed by race control, either currently or post-race.
Yeah, that's right, and that's a great thing about this series. We do have live race control here, which will be reviewing these incidents. But at the moment, this race is all Michael Schreier's. He's got a 5.4 second lead over Michael Barron. Andrew Gaines is in third at the moment, followed by Paul Nelson fourth. Fifth is Nathan Groden, and Marcelo is now up to sixth. And he has had his pit stop. And Josh Burden's still continuing, even though he did suffer front wing damage. He's in seventh position at the moment.
And I can confirm that Race Control are actually reviewing that incident between Josh Burden and Brenton O'Brien.
Okay, so hopefully once they've made a decision, Trent, you'll be able to let us know what's happening there.
Yep, will do.
So having a look further down the field, folks, we have Philip Johansson and Alan Holgerson coming down Conrod Straight here. Philip's in the Sim Racer and Alan's just trying to get through some traffic as he's in a battle here with Ashley Thomas as they go side by side into Keltex. And it looks, oh boy, that was a that was close, but they got through. Alan Holgerson takes Ashley Thomas, and looks like Matt Barron's coming into the pits.
It looks like Michael Barron's definitely made time there because he's right on the back of Josh Burden now.
Yeah, well, I've actually got him, he's now just past Josh there, so Michael's now moved up into fifth, Josh down to sixth, so I wonder if he's suffering some some handling damage after that incident, Trent?
Yeah, if he's got some front wing damage, it's certainly going to affect the handling a little bit. He'll lose a little bit of top end speed, as well as obviously a bit of front downforce, especially through these corners here over the top of the mountain. Downforce is very important.
Yeah, we're back on board with Josh at the moment. You can just see how hard he's working that wheel as they come down into the dipper here. I can't believe how fast these cars feel as they go across the top of the mountain, Trent.
Oh yeah, you can actually hold these things flat from as soon as you leave the cutting until you get to the skyline coming down through the skyline there. We've got Michael Schrader coming into the pits.
You can see now Josh is starting to get a toe on Michael Barron as is he going to have a go? He is, as they go side by side into Caltex Chase, but he's got the long way around. If you can hold out here, he will get this position. They're still side by side. That's some pretty good driving here as Michael's looking on the inside here. Oh, there's contact again.
Oh, that was unfortunate there. I think Michael might have gone a little bit wide there. They're certainly leaving themselves not a lot of room, but just enough at the same time.
Well, that's right, and they actually did hit wheels that time, and that was really good car control from both of those drivers to ensure none of them ended up getting in a spin or hitting the wall.
Yeah, I think they might be lucky if they got away with no damage there, so hopefully both of these guys can continue on.
Yeah, that's right. And do you know if they've got an incident limit tonight?
There will be. The incident limit is set to 20, so if they reach that limit, they will be disqualified automatically by the iRacing server.
So calculating by that, Josh is probably already up to around about 8 at the moment from those two contacts, I'd say.
Yeah, that's true. So, and if he's had any off tracks, that'll obviously add one more. So, yeah, hopefully he's not got too many incidences up.
Yeah, that's right. So looking at our top 5, folks, we have Michael Schreier at the moment. He has taken his pit stop and he has just a bit of a lead over Marcelo now. It's got 27 seconds here, but it looks like it's down to more like 1. Followed by Michael Barron in third, Josh Burden just behind him, losing a bit of that draft there. and rounding out our top 5 we have Andrew Gaines at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like we're finalising a few pit stops, which should settle the field down very soon, and we'll know where everyone's good slots in post-stop.
Yeah, well, having a look, we've only got at the moment Sam Katakazinas has not stopped, neither has Paul Lonergan, but just about the whole field has stopped at the moment.
I'm actually surprised they've been able to go this long. Hopefully they've worked out their strategy and they don't run out of fuel.
Yeah, and the other one I don't have as a stop is TJ Brown, but he's back up 26th at the moment, and I thought he was down a number of laps, but he's actually on the same lap. So my overlays earlier, folks, must have been incorrect.
According to the iRacing timing, we've still got quite a few cars on the lead lap, so that's really good.
Yeah, it looks like the top 36 are still on the lead lap. Damon Carr in 37th. So Brenton O'Brien's the last one on the lead lap at this stage. So at the moment, Alan and Ashley are still battling here for 10th and 11th. And it looks like Brendan Howe and Craig Jones is also in a bit of a battle back here.
Yeah, we've got battles going on all over the place. Looks like we've got a 3-car battle here with Craig.
Yeah, and we've got another one here between Brett Woods. The cameraman keeps on moving. Brett Woods, Peter Latham, and Darryl Ridley are having a good battle as well as Brett Wilson and David Jellings. So it looks like his teammates right behind him as well. So the Redback Racing guys pitted on the first lap. They're now up to 14th and 15th.
Yeah, it looks like these two guys might be working together too to try and benefit each other in the draft and catch up to the cars in front.
Yeah, I think a few teams would have paid attention to when ERA tried to do this at Canadian Motorsport Park. I think they're the first ones to try it, and it almost paid off for them.
Yeah, I was a lucky beneficiary of that. I always had the plan to pit on the first lap too at that race, and they happened to as well and come out just behind them, so I managed to ride off their coattails, so to speak, for the first half of that race.
It was actually quite a good strategy, and I think it did help them quite a lot towards the end of that race by bringing them out just behind the top 3, if I recall.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised because the way that the top guys were fighting, whereas the ERA guys are working together, setting good times. So, yeah, it was really interesting to see the way that worked out.
It certainly was, because I was calling that race that you three were going to actually jump the leaders, but it wasn't to be. But it was still a fantastic race, and if anyone missed that broadcast, folks, it's up on our YouTube channel. So definitely look it up and watch that race. It was a great one.
Looks like we're going to have a repeat of last week's race with Michael Schreier and Marcelo Rivera battling it out for the win. It's the other way around last week. We had our closest finish ever in the SMAC series for just 36 thousandths of a second between first and second.
Wow, that's amazing. And we're just looking on the camera, folks, while I was looking off screen. It looks like Aaron Pearce has been involved in an accident coming down the mountain. I think that might have been Philip Johansson that he might have run into there. So just going to jump back here, folks, and see if we can grab a bit of this replay. Yeah, sorry folks, I couldn't find that replay, but there was definitely contact there that we saw. Oh yeah, the Philip Johansson's car is in the pits and his car's absolutely trashed.
Yeah, I have to say, I've gone back and had a look at the incident myself. It looks like he's had some sort of either an equipment failure or a car failure heading into the elbow. He's just gone straight into the wall instead of negotiating the turn, so that's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, we were actually riding with the 10th place driver at the time in the gyro cam, but I just took my eyes off the screen for a moment and absolutely missed it.
That's certainly unfortunate.
But it's good because it'll be on the replay. If anyone actually saw what happened, any of our viewers out there, just send us a message or something and let us know. Otherwise, you know more than we do at this stage, folks. But having a look at the moment, Michael Schreier, he's stretching that lead again, Trent. Last time by was 5 thousandths of a second. He's out 2.2 seconds in this lap.
Wow, yeah. Well, his pole time was half a second clear of the field, so yeah, it looks like no one can absolutely touch him at this track.
Yeah, that's right. He's it's like Marcelo was closing in. I thought they were going to have another battle, but then he just put the hammer down and he's gone again. 3.4 seconds is the gap now, so 1.2 seconds he's pulled out in that lap.
Wow, that's absolutely phenomenal. Unless Rivera has a problem, I'm not sure, but yeah, he's just a class of his own at the moment.
He certainly is, and looking at the lap times, he did a 207.062 compared to Marcelo's 208.232. Michael Barron's doing 207.820. So he's not he's setting really fast lap times, but the fastest lap's actually from Josh Burden on a 206.745, which was set earlier before that contact was made. So with 2 laps to go, folks, this is looking like Michael might actually lead this race to the end unless something goes wrong. So we'll just jump on board, folks, and we'll do a lap around here with our leader, Michael Schreier. So hopefully I'm not going to jinx the poor guy, but turn up your sound and enjoy the ride. Wow, as we went through there, we've actually got a car on its roof on the inside of, not sure the name of that corner, we had a blank.
Well, race controller telling me there's a huge crash.
Yeah, there's a really big crash. The leader has gone through, and we're going to jump back to that replay very shortly, folks. But we'll just stay with our leader as he comes down the mountain.
I've had race control tell me as well that the incident between Josh Burden and Brenton O'Brien has been deemed a net code. They didn't see contact between the two cars, so there was no penalty given to Josh Burden.
Yeah, it definitely looks a bit like a net code issue, that's for sure. As Michael Schreier is now coming down Conrod Straight for the last time tonight, coming into Caltex Chase. Unless something drastically goes wrong, this is going to be his race for sure.
Yeah, he's just been absolute class of the field tonight, so yeah, I think he thoroughly deserves this win.
Yeah, definitely. He's pulled out a 5.4 second gap now. At the moment, no doubt that gap's going to be higher than that by the time he finishes. But Michael Schreier tonight takes out the Star Mazda Australian Championship from Mount Panorama. In second, Matthew Barron. Fantastic drive by, that's Michael Barron. Josh Burden has come in third place at the moment. I'm just having a look. Marcelo's down in... Yeah, that's a bit strange. Got him down in fourth position at the moment, so I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, it looked like he had a bit of trouble there on that last. I don't know if he was out of fuel or not. He might have been fuel saving that last few laps.
Yeah, we'll just jump back because he definitely came across that line slow. And we're just... he's under full power here as he's battling with Josh Burden as they're coming into Caltex Chase now. And we'll just see what has happened here. Yeah, it sounds... yeah, he's out of fuel, Trent.
Yep, I can confirm that. He himself has confirmed that. Yeah, he ran out of fuel.
Yeah, it looks like he's just run out of fuel coming out of Caltex Chase there as he limped it back across the line, but fortunately he didn't lose any spots there. Now I'm just going to jump us back to this big accident that occurred during that last lap. I'm just trying to find who that was on their roof there. Okay, we're jumping back to the last lap here, folks, to just see if I can find this incident, but I'm not having much luck. Do you know which drivers are involved in that last crash on the last lap, Trent?
I might go and ask race control and see if they can let us know.
Yeah, and Dave Oliver's gone into the fence hard on the last lap, going through Caltex Chase. But fortunately, it looks like he's got that car to the finish line. Okay folks, so while we're waiting to find out who was involved in that last lap incident, let's take you through the full grid tonight. So Michael Schreier with a dominant performance wins tonight's race with a gap over Michael Barron of 3.9 seconds. Josh Burden, great recovery drive there in third position. Marcelo Rivera fourth, 12 seconds down. Fifth, Andrew Gaines. Sixth, Paul Nelson. Seventh was David Buda. Eighth, Ashley Thomas. Ninth, Aaron Pearce. 10th, it was Alan Holgerson. David Jellings came in 11th. Brett Wilson from Redback Racing, 12th. 13th, his teammate Scott Goodman. 14th, Paul Tajavara. 15th, Wayne Taylor. 16th, Simon Gelly. 17th, Paul Lonergan. 18th, Brett Woods. 19th, Peter Latham. 20th was Darryl Ridley. 21st, Sam Katakazinas. 22nd, David Pegler. 23rd, Dylan Francis. 24th, TJ Brown. 25th, Nathan Bay. 26th, Ben Daly Jr. 27th, Eugene Blurton. 28th, Benjamin Dillon. 29th, Brenton Howe. 30th, Darren Lesu. 31st, Damien Carr. 32nd was Dave Oliver. 33rd, Nathan Growden. 34th, Buckingham. 35th, O'Brien. 36th, Matheson. 37th, Nathan Connor. 38th, Jones. 39th, Johansson. And 40th was Matthew Dignam, and 3 laps down. 41st, Matthew Barron. 42nd, Sean Watts, 4 laps down. Pavlo Hanna, 43rd. Christian Hinton, 44th. 45th, Burt. 46th, Robbie, 10 laps down. Lambert, 47th. Dylan Shepherd, 48th. And that pretty much rounds out our field, folks.
I can confirm that the incident happened lap 15, turn 2, between Craig Jones and I've lost the other car now.
That's all right. Well, while we're waiting on that, folks, we're going to bring up some drivers for a bit of an interview.
Miss him.
Hey Josh, welcome to RRTV's commentary box. We're actually riding with you going across the top of the mountain there when there appears to have been a bit of an incident with Brenton O'Brien. From our point of view, it looks like a netcode issue. What was it from your point of view?
Yeah, from my position, it was definitely netcode. I wasn't really ending up his gearbox like I was up some other people's gearbox, and he just turned it around, and then I got the contact. So I've had a look at it after the race, and it was definitely netcode. So unfortunate. Said sorry to Brenton, but not much either of us could do about it.
No, there definitely wasn't. We were actually in the cockpit view at that point doing a fast lap with you, but it looked like Brenton's car was sideways before contact was made. So it definitely did look like netcode from our point of view, and race control has agreed it was a netcode issue, so that's good news. But you're in the wars out there tonight, but you had a fantastic recovery drive there. We've got you, where did you finish? In 3rd, I think it was.
Yeah, finished P3. I was right on Trey's tail with Marcelo there about 5 laps in, and Marcelo had a bit of a moment coming out of the last corner and up to the lift to avoid, and that gave Trey about a 4-second gap to us, so we didn't have his draft, so we were pretty much toast then, and then a couple laps after that I pitted, and then made my way back through to 3rd. There was a couple of times there where cars coming out of the pits and had a couple of 0x contacts racing them, but anyway, that's how it is. Finished 3rd, so yeah, pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that's right, and it looked like, from our point of view, it was a very hectic race, as we're just having a look at the replay of the last 4 cars coming through the field, turn 1, Hell Corner, all came together. But from your point of view, what was it like racing out there with 47 other Star Mazdas?
Actually, it wasn't too bad up the front there. The way, like where I pitted, I think I only dropped back down to about 10th to 11th. So I didn't really have to fight my way back through the field. So it wasn't too bad. I know my teammates, Aaron Pearce, Johansson and all that, they pitted at the end of the first lap, I believe. Yeah, they had a fair bit of traffic there, but for me it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and the other thing you can take with you, with that 3rd position, you also got fastest lap with a 2:06.745, so congratulations on that as well, mate.
Beauty, bonus point. That's always handy.
Yeah, that's right. Michael was out there with a huge lead, but he still didn't get fastest lap, so you can take that with you tonight. So fantastic effort tonight, Josh. And before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, absolutely. JFF Racing, Sim Race Magazine, the guys for putting on this Smack series, and you, Bernie, for doing the broadcast. Once again, been fantastic.
Yeah, thanks for that, and it was definitely a pleasure broadcasting this race again tonight. So thanks very much for popping in, Josh, and we'll see you next week, mate.
Sure will. Cheers, guys.
Now we've got up in our commentary box Michael Schreier. Congratulations, Michael, on tonight's win.
Yeah, thanks, Bernie. It was a great result. I couldn't believe the car speed in warm-up, and it converted over into quali, and yeah, come away with the win in the race. So it's pretty rapid with that.
Yeah, I was amazed at how fast you could pull that gap out. It looked like quite a few times there you're pulling out well over 1 second a lap on your competitors.
Yeah, like I said, it was just pure car speed straight from as soon as the car was dropped on the track, so it was really good. During the race, I seen Marcelo come up within about a second gap, but he must have short fueled, and I think he dropped back at the end. I'm not sure if he ran out of fuel. I haven't checked the replay yet.
Yeah, Marcelo actually was having a bit of a fuel issue there, and he actually ran out of fuel just going through Caltech's chase there, so I guess he did a bit of a win cup tonight.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate. It was definitely going to be a good battle up the front because he pushes hard, and it was good racing at the start there, definitely.
Yeah, and did you have any issues tonight, or was it pretty much plain sailing for you once you got that gap?
Yeah, it was pretty much plain sailing. Basically, what happened was on the last lap there was an incident into turn 2 and the car on its roof, and yeah, so basically had to just navigate my way around that. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we're actually riding in the cockpit with you when you did negotiate that, so I didn't catch the cars. You're going too quick, but it looked like it probably would have caught your attention a bit there.
Yeah, it sure did, Bernie. 2 cars in the middle of the track. Just had to navigate my way through it, and yeah, it's all good. Come away with the win, so I'm pretty wrapped.
Yeah, that's right, and it's a pretty big win too. Quite a dominant win, and we had a total of 47 cars out there tonight, which is absolutely amazing. I guess, you know, being in the lead there, you probably wouldn't have noticed how big the field was.
No, that's right. Normally the frame rate goes down a little bit when there's that many cars around, but I was in the right end of the field, so that was good.
Yeah, that's right. I tell you what, though, if you had spun out, you would have noticed it as they all streamed past. But, no, fantastic race tonight, Michael, and congratulations on the win. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go tonight?
Yeah, just all the guys at SSR and the sponsors of Osram and Light Up and LED Innovations, and to you guys, RRTV, and all the guys that do the hosting and that. It's just really great. Really enjoying this series.
Yeah, it's a fantastic series. So I guess we'll see you next week. I'm not sure where we're going. Do you know where we're going next week, Trent?
I think we're off to Rnd5 Park next week. I'd have to confirm that. I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed.
Wow, from Bathurst to Rnd5. That's going to be another interesting race.
Yeah, that sure will. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, how many cars can we fit around Rnd5, Trent? Do you reckon you can get up to 44 around there?
I think we're limited to 38 cars from memory.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So I think we'll be back to 2 splits next week.
Fantastic. Well, still, if we can get 38 around Rnd5, that would be pretty amazing to watch. Anyway, Michael, congratulations once again, and thanks for popping in for a bit of a chat.
Not a problem at all, guys, and hopefully I'll see you next week.
Okay, Trent, we've got a few drivers down there. Who would you like to have a chat with?
Why don't we bring up Dave Oliver? He was one of the first to join down there, so we might talk to him.
Yeah, and I want to find out why he hit the wall in Caltech's chase. Hey, Dave Oliver, welcome to RRTV's commentary box. We caught you on the last lap coming into Caltech's chase, collecting the wall. What happened there, mate?
Hi guys. Yeah, pretty much a fairly average race. I actually had my monitor turn off on me going into the chase. I tried to guess where the track was, but yeah, I clipped the wall and then drove around 2 laps with a slightly bent car.
It was actually quite a good recovery there, because you sort of glanced the wall, went across the infield, came out and continued on your merry way as if nothing had happened.
Yeah, like I did have a meatball and stuff, and so I was losing a bit of time, but so yeah.
Yeah, and we were riding around with our leader on the last lap, and there was a car on its roof on the side of the track. Was that you?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well that's good.
No. But yeah, so other than that, probably my first third of the race was good. I decided to do a bold strategy and pit as the start of the race because I was okay to get into the pits because of that far back. So pretty much I had a lot of clean air for about the first 3-4 laps. Got and caught right back up to the pack, and it was going all good. Started to get through a few cars, but then got caught up in 2 other guys exiting into the chase. And it spat me over the wall and into oblivion and threw me back into the pits for a minute tow. And yeah, so after that I worked my way back up to about 31st, I think it was, until I had those issues.
So what was it like racing around Mount Panorama with 47 other Star Mazdas tonight?
Crazy, to be honest. That's why I decided to dive into the pits as the race started, because I knew it would just be a schmozzle and cars everywhere kind of thing. So decided to just try to get out of there. It was either that or start from the pits. So
yeah, and it looked like going through Hell Corner, most of them got through. About the last 5 or 6, I think, tangled and had a bit of an incident there. But apart from that, the field seemed to be behaving themselves. Apart from your screen turning off and the incident going across the top of the mountain, how'd the rest of the race go?
Oh, it was pretty... Once I kind of had the tow and everything, it was, pretty uneventful. I was just trying to keep it fast, consistent, and try climb it, claw back any time I could. So I think I clawed back from about 46 to about 31st, I think it was. So, but other than that, it was an eventful / uneventful race, and it was actually really great to go see Michael Schreier. It got the win for the team, so at least he was able to fly the flag for SSR.
Yeah, and he flew it really well too. But anyway, thanks for popping in tonight, Dave. Before we let you go, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, SSR, all the other teammates, and to Michael for doing he's been doing a great job these last few rounds. I just wish I was up there flying the flag with him. So.
Oh, there's always next week. I think we're at Oran Park next week. So how do you like Oran Park?
Oh, yeah, it's a good track. I haven't driven it with a Star Mazda, but I think I'll need to install the four-wheel drive kit for that.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. All right, Dave, well, thanks for popping in and having a chat with us, and best of luck for next week. Hopefully we'll see you up there with Michael soon.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Okay, so we might bring Matt Wilkins up. Trent, did you want to do this interview?
Sure, why not?
I just like throwing you in the deep end, mate.
Yeah, I know you do that to Chris a bit often too.
Yeah, it keeps you awake.
G'day, Matt. Welcome to the RRTV commentary box. From a race control point of view, how do you guys think the race went tonight?
Not too bad. Had a lot of incidents as a whole, but put down a lot of racing incidents We had a problem with Rick Burt that we'll have a look into post-race. I'm not sure if it was technical problems. He didn't seem to get our message through about receiving the drive-through penalty, so we have to look into what to do with that, because as that driver already has received a reprimand, so he will not receive any more chances in this series with penalties, so we'll look into what to do with that. As you guys may have discussed with Josh Burton and Brenton O'Brien, that incident, we put that one down to netcode. Other than that, yeah, a few racing incidents here and there. A few drivers thinking that this series has a no escape rule, and asking race control if they can exit the car.
It seems to be a new fad with a lot of series these days. So yeah, it's obviously got a little bit confused, some of the drivers.
Oh, evening, gents, by the way.
Oh, yes, welcome Scott Connors to the RRTV commentary box too. The other man in race control.
Yeah, so I think everyone overall was a pretty good race. Overall, from our point of view, not many incidents to look into post-race, so that's a good thing for us for this week. But we'll look into Rick Burt's problem with his drive-through. But Scott, do you think there was any real problems that we can look into post-race?
Oh, I don't think so. I think I was pretty iffy driving out there tonight. There was some good racing, but then there was some not so good racing. But that just comes to standard. But I don't think there'll be much incidents we have to look at. I think it was pretty good actually. So other than that, it was fine.
We had 48 starters tonight. The size of the field present a bit of a challenge to you guys for race control, with having that many cars to look after all at once.
For sure, because when you've only got four eyes looking at between me and Matt, and you click in constantly to scroll through the field, you always got to miss stuff, and that's why we have the appeal system, so drivers can appeal their incidents that we miss, because it's going to happen. We are going to miss incidents, and it is extremely hard when we've got 50 drivers and there's only 2 people watching the whole field trying to enforce it and hand out penalties. It's just ridiculously hard, but it's fine. We get through it week in, week out pretty fine. So other than that, it's fine.
Yeah, very true. Well, next week we're at Oran Park, so we're more than likely back to 2 splits next week. So we'll see what our field sizes are between the 2 races. But then again, you'll have to split your resources, one in each split, so you'll only have one in each race. So again, it proves a little bit of difficulty for you guys, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have to bring in the post-race review system a little bit more, and rely on our drivers to let us know about any problems that they've had during the race on next week, mate.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate the effort that you guys put into race control. It's not always you're not the most favourite people in the world to a lot of drivers at times. So yeah, appreciate you guys putting in your time and effort to do race control every week.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. Good work tonight, guys. It's good broadcast.
Bernie, was there anything else you wanted to ask the guys?
No, not at all. I just wanted to get some clarification on some of the incidents which they've done. Fantastic tonight, guys. You've earned your money. That's for sure.
Money? Oh, when's that coming?
Oh, didn't you hear? Trent's actually said live on air that he actually pays you guys. Isn't that right, Trent?
Oh.
Yeah, I pay them pittance. That's what I pay them.
Trent, I want this PayPal account tomorrow, just to let you know.
Actually, it's funny, I did actually get an offer from a driver, I won't name them, that if I mentioned their name 20 times, they'd give me a 6-pack.
Well, you didn't tell me that. I would have mentioned it 40 times for a 6-pack. Alright, guys, well, I just want to bring up Brett Wilson. He's our last driver for the night tonight. Did you guys want to just hang out there and be quiet for a bit?
Yeah, no worries, that's fine.
Yep.
Hi Brett, welcome to RRTV's commentary box. We noticed you and your teammate Scott dived into the pits on the first lap. How did that strategy pay out for you guys tonight?
Yeah, it panned out pretty well. Good day, gents. Yeah, definitely something we knew going into the race, that if we had a rather poor qualifying, which unfortunately we did, that was going to be the strategy all along. Get in early, give us some clean air, give us a chance to let the race unfold, and then work our way up as far front as we can. We're rather happy with where we finished, but this is fantastic. Love racing around here.
Yeah, no, it was a good race by you guys tonight, and at one point I think we had you up as high as 14th, but I've noticed you finished 26th and
12th.
Oh, you did finish 12th. I better change those results, and I got you here at 26th.
It might have been warm-up lap or something.
Yeah, I'm half asleep tonight. Trent can vouch for that.
Yeah, it looks like it was 26th in practice, and yeah, we've got you from 24th on the grid up to 12th. So yeah, it's a very good result for you, mate.
Thank you. Good drive by Scotty as well. Yeah, just kind of kept pushing each other, getting through the field. I think Bathurst is one of those places where you rely on getting some consistent laps down, and rely on your competitors to put the pressure on enough to make mistakes of cars in front, and I think that's how it unfolds at Bathurst.
Yeah, and it looks like as a team owner, I don't have to bring out that ruler and give you guys a cane. So well done on a great result tonight.
Thank you very much. Very much a team effort.
Certainly was. I was up here working very hard to make sure you guys finished up there.
As I knew you would. Thank you, Bernie.
Anyway, guys, we should wrap this broadcast up. Anyway, folks, that was the Star Mazda Australian Championships from Mount Panorama tonight. Fantastic race once again. If you like your GT3s, join us again next Sunday night when we broadcast the SEK Queensland GT3 series. This weekend it is the sprint round. So how that works, folks, is it's 2 sprint races. Because it's a team event, one driver drives the car in the first race and the second driver has to drive the car in the second race. Points are then added up and given to the team over the whole round, so that's very exciting. And then of course next Monday night we're back with the Skip Barber Monday night strength of field race. So anyway, guys, thanks for all joining in tonight, and thanks to Race Control. Thanks to Trent for jumping up here and giving me a hand in commentary. So on behalf of Trent Thomas, I'm Bernie Weemers, and you've been watching RRTV.